it doesn't feel good to, you know, not feel seen in a space, not feel truly seen, or I felt for a long time I had to, you know, not suppress myself, but try and fit in a certain way, maybe quiet my voice a little bit in order to mesh into the crowd a little bit more. Yeah. Hi, my name is Jaesen. I am a professional dancer specializing in ballet and contemporary dance, and I've been dancing for about 20 years now. There was a time when I was performing in a tutu that was a two-piece, so my stomach was exposed. At this point, our arms are always exposed, my stomach was exposed, and I had seen a dancer, an Asian American dancer, perform the same variation, and she had no tights and skin-colored shoes. So I asked one of my artistic leads if it made sense for me to wear brown tights and brown shoes, since my stomach is also exposed and have my whole body, you know, it's the line. It's all about the lines, and the reality of the line for a person of color is that it should match, their legs should at least match their arms. But for some reason, we just have struggled with that, and this was around 16, 17 years old, and I was met with a response that said, you know, we aren't an organization like the Dance Society of Harlem, which is a Black company that is committed to wearing skin tone colored shoes and tights for the past, you know, the whole time they've been around. And, you know, they said no, you know, kind of in a very, you know, kind of putting down that an organization would do that and saying we're not like them, you know, we're like the rest, you know, we are the real ballet world, and the real ballet world needs you to have the pink tights because we only want, you know, the message is clear at the end of the day from a comment like that. It finally really clicked with me that the progress I thought would have happened by now, and that I thought I would just, you know, slide into a time where especially the ballet world and institutions would be at a place where they're welcoming people of color, where the integration is happening, when diversity is happening. And, you know, unfortunately, just heartbroken and disappointed to just realize we're just not there yet. Last June was when I finally sewed my very first pair of shoes, where I had brown ribbons that had been created, which I wear stretchy ribbons. It helps with your Achilles, there's other things, and brown elastics, and I had the brown satin shoes that the company had started making around 2020 when everyone was calling organizations out, including Band-Aid, whatnot. The ballet companies, ballet dancewear companies finally decided to move forward with making other colored shoes. And so now I only wear my brown shoes. I've heard of many organizations still currently coming for an argument around the whole tights, you know, wanting a uniform corps de ballet that only wears pink tights. And I really think we need to sit down together and talk about how that does not work for dancers of color, and it does not make sense for dancers of color. And when ballet was just white dancers, the pink tights sort of blended, but even then I know a lot of white people or white dancers who even then it doesn't match. We are all of many different skin tones, and in this day and age when we can have them produced and organizations have figured it out how to dye things, all of that, I just think it makes absolutely no sense for an organization to be asking that of their dancers of color still. Also just, yeah, the educational part of it, understanding why we have to have this kind of work, DIJ work, in a country like this, in America, and within institutions that have had racism from the start, or the expectation of only one group of people being represented or being a part of it. You know, your uniqueness is your power. You know, who you are. You are the only version of yourself that exists out there. I'm just hoping I can do what I can for the next generation.